My name is Sione Faka'osi, and I am the Seacology representative in Tonga. I worked for quite a long time, more than 20 years now, on community-based conservation, and it has become part of my life, and it is a passion. So I work very closely with the communities. I try and listen to them rather than telling them what I know, because I believe, and I learn a lot working with communities, that they know more and they know better about their problems and even some of the solutions. We are onto our third community hall, and that's the community hall for Atata Island. And Atata was one of the first community to declare a special managed area of their coastal marine resources. An SMA is a special managed area. It was introduced by the government as part of changing our marine tenure system, which used to be an open access system. And of course, a system like that is a recipe for disaster. It's a tragedy. It's often coined as a tragedy of commons, where everybody is entitled to fish as much as they can, anytime, anywhere. Through the years, the Ministry of Fisheries realized that there was a huge depletion, especially on the coastal resources for many of our communities, and including our islands. So they started to introduce this special managed area. It's an area which is restricted by law for anybody from outside to come and fish apart from the people in the community themselves. So that's the conservation area that Seacology have been associated with, because it makes it easier to work with an area that's already protected by the law. It doesn't mean that when an area is protected by law, it's well protected. No, that has been a concept before, but it wasn't working. So you got to work with the communities to respect these areas. When I started Seacology in 2010, there were only 6 SMAs. Up to date now there are 27. And there are 24 awaiting communities interested in the SMA. The Seacology model, of course, they have a commitment with the community themselves. There is a commitment and responsibility of the people that they have to provide, and including labor and building. So, yeah. So it makes it more interesting, and as well it helps them to feel that it's their whole, it's their effort. They have contributed in a way to building the whole. Every time we have a cyclone in the islands, it's like we are moving back a couple of decades, because it destroyed the livelihood, it destroyed the infrastructure, like roads, like houses, and rebuilding will take time. But the important thing, the people have been through this for so many centuries, and when a cyclone is coming up, they already know the kind of consequences is going to happen. But it's nothing to deter them to run away from it. They just stand there and face it. And I remember one of the inspirational interview that the Tongans, they can damage so many things, but the heart their heart is always there. And their houses can be ripped off, and their environment and their livelihood can be damaged so greatly, but the heart is there to rebuild. Tonga is an island, and it makes up of a group of different islands as well. And it's so important because that's our country, that's our life, that's our culture. And of course, everybody knows that our island has been formed and developed for millions of years. But with ignorance and wrong decisions, we can damage it and destroy it in a short period of time. So for us who value conservation, it's extremely important that we play a role in making sure that our island is there for our future, especially our children and our grandchildren. Yeah, looking back at the journey that I've been with Seacology, I think Seacology project is a bit unique in the way that they develop a partnership or deal with the community. And to me, it's a win-win situation. Community, Seacology, they're both rewarding each other. And also, I think, I just realized that Seacology is not like many of the donors that are being funded through different businesses or by government. It is through the kind heart of people and families. And they want to share that with the less fortunate throughout the world. It's not only Tonga that benefit from this kind donation through Seacology, but there are so many vulnerable and unfortunate communities around the world that become part of Seacology. And for that, I think it is the right approach that community can relate to, and they can of course feel proud that they are being part of the project rather than everything being driven from outside.